Hello everybody, welcome to Risk of Rain Dukes? Duh? Look, take your pick. Point is, Risk of Rain Duh is a really good game. Duh. And there have been a couple of people that have requested it on the channel. It's not often I actually get requests, so I figured, hey, might as well put it out there. I love the game. I've spent 300 plus hours on it, just on and off. What could a little more do to hurt? We're going to go ahead and start off by going through all the different characters and then making a new save file and potentially, trying to do something cool with it. We're going to try to beat the game looping once at most with each character for each episode. That means that episodes will take anywhere from 30 minutes to 60 minutes. So, like, long episodes. Yeah. Let's go ahead and start off with the basics. There's Commando, okay? We got Huntress, we got all these other characters. There's lots of them. They all take different things to unlock. And I've definitely got my preferences. But we're going to go ahead and start off with the Commando. We're going to start off with the Commando with a couple of different abilities. Primarily, Phase Blast. Because, Phase Round is not that good. By comparison. We're going to go on Monsoon difficulty because this is where things are tough. And it'll force the episodes to probably be a lot shorter. And, yeah, that's that. Let's get started. So Risk of Rain 2 is a roguelite third-person shooter that is primarily based on just, like, be good at the game, and you might do okay. Boink. We're going to try to do that. Whoa, hello. How's it going, friendo? Neat. The entire point of the game is to move as fast as you possibly can, to get to the end of the level as best as you possibly can, and, like, hopefully just avoid dying, making a good build while you're at it. Neat. And the entire point is, like, literally just blast everything. There's a variety of different enemies that have, like, different, effectively danger levels. It's important to keep in mind. Every single one of them requires, like, different strategies to deal with. When they're in combinations, which ones do you ignore? Which ones do you actually attack? It's all up to you. And then the difficulty modes that you do this on and that you decide to unlock everything on, it doesn't matter. You can play this at your level however you want, which makes it an extremely flexible game, too, which is nice. Now, we haven't found any items yet. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of item strategy yet, because, like, Jesus, there are so many of them right now that it's just not even a question. Like, do you want items? Yes. End of question. So, we're going to go ahead and do our best to make sure that we've got just a good run going on, by my standards, whatever that could mean. Now, there are some definite caveats to this. First and foremost, if I notice that an item's trash, yeah, I'll probably talk about it. That's how commentary works. But, like, I might not go into a whole lot of detail as to why I keep going for, like, the damage items. Hopefully that ends up being fairly intuitive, or you've played the game before and you already know and understand it. Let's see, up here there's some pretty cool stuff. Downstairs there's a chest. There's a scrapper here, which is tempting, but we don't need it. Look, we're almost at the 2-minute mark. I'd like to get a move on. Okay. Is there anything else that's a caveat? A little piece of news? Something that we need to talk about, a little amuse-bouche before we really get into the meat and potatoes of this particular segment? I don't know, man. Oh, wait, we don't have enough money for that, huh? Blast them. And, this requires good aim, which I don't have. So, like, keep that in mind, too, eh? Okay, and repulsion armor plating is fine. Let's go ahead and beat this boss. We got 4 common items. No greens. Makes me sad, but, like, okay, it's fine. We don't need greens to win. Not level 1, anyway. Level 1, you can pick up, like, 2, 3 items at least, and you're fine. It does not matter which items those are. Okay. Big angry red boy. Kind of takes precedence. Because he lights me on fire. Okay, your turn now. Now, you might be noticing, why are you ignoring everything around you on the ground? I have more pressing concerns. I'm not sure if you noticed the giant squid in the sky. Now, we're getting to a point with our HP levels that we need to start thinking about what we can hide behind in order to stay alive when the squid decides to get real angry, which is going to happen soon. Oh, geez. It's happening now. Run. Hopefully this is good enough. It was just good enough. Okay, great. Oh, come on. I just got here. Now, we don't have a lot of HP, which is a problem. For a variety of different reasons, but mainly because if we don't have a lot of HP, we die a lot easier in hard mode than we normally would in other modes. So, take it easy, I guess. Okay, just hide behind the rock. Kill anything that comes close. You cannot afford to get hit by that ability, by the way. If you're just brand new to Risk of Rain, you're like, wow, how's this man doing it? Look, attack recognition and knowing when to get out of the way of certain attacks is kind of vital. Good, he's toasted. Now we can actually focus on these other enemies on the ground. Oh, good, infusion. It's not bad, it's just not that good either. Okay, blast him. We have a lot of good defense already. Our offense is only good because, like, it's early game levels, and as a result, we're just like, oh, I got a level. Our War Banner is carrying us. This will cease to be a thing in later levels. We're going to need a means of dealing with all the rest of these eventually. Blast them. Okay. Now, we are playing with a Commando that doesn't have the baseline abilities unlocked. There's one thing that Risk of Rain has is unlocks, and some of them are brutal. For Commando, you have to like beat an overloading worm to get this ability, the shotgun ability that we're currently using. It's not difficult, but you probably, if you're just picking up the game, want to unlock a lot of the stuff in this game on Drizzle, and then start going for Monsoon runs once you got the stuff that you want unlocked. Because unlocking everything on Monsoon is hard. It's hard. Just keep in mind that one of the things you're going to want to keep in mind whilst doing all your blasting and shooting and adventuring is that you're going to probably want to... Thank you. Keep a move on. Like, that's another thing that's a little unintuitive with this game, but that adds to the interesting side of it. Because of the fact that it is the way that it is, which is to say, like, you know, aggressive, and the time that you spend in the game causes it to be harder, hence the upper right corner of the screen where it says easy to medium. You end up in a situation where you kind of have to rush a little bit. It forces you to speedrun. Just a touch. And this means that you do have to like get a move on. As long as you get a move on, though, you're probably okay. Boink. Okay, with 2 leads down, we're in a reasonable spot. We could definitely... look, one of these days I'm actually going to hit a shot. That'll be good. Interesting. Okay, so Sticky Bomb is definitely tempting. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up because that's a little bit more general purpose viable damage, which is, like, great news. Do we actually have a whole lot of healing? No. Healing's the one thing we have issues with. I need to keep that in mind. Our damage is now probably fine for the immediate future, which is, like, good. But we do need to keep an eye out for healing items or items that can keep us alive a little bit longer. Neither of these are that. But we'll take the boss bullets here. Effectively increase boss damage. It's good. It's good. I mean, last I checked, it's good. Okay, now we did give ourselves a bit of a challenge. I picked up a shrine earlier on, called the Shrine of the Mountain. Chrono Ball was not exactly what I wanted, but okay. And what the Shrine of the Mountain does... is effectively double up our boss for the floor, which is good in the sense that we get double the reward, but bad in the sense that, I mean, you're about to find out, okay? Oh, okay. Mostly bad in this case. Okay, lots of bad things. Lots of bad things. Run. Stay away from the god lasers. If we make it through this, by the way. Oh, I'm super dead. There's no way I survive this unless if I run now. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're running away like a wee baby right now. Predictive aiming on those fists is frightening. Okay. Keep jumping also. That's a good defensive tool. Turns out. Did it have to be 3 of these guys? Oh no. I did not mean to get punched there. And we have no means of healing in combat. Hold on. Is there a way to get healing in combat that I didn't think of? There must be. Isn't there a fresh meat thing right here? Yeah, there is. dodge everything. As soon as you get the chance, run back in there, grab the fresh meat, and get out. Okay. We now have given up one of our items to pick up a regeneration item on kill, which is going to help us stay alive as long as I play good. Is that possible? I honestly don't know, my friends. This was not worth it. I'm going to go ahead and immediately make that judgment call. Oh, there's too many fists. Oh no, not both fists. Holy crap, dude. Okay, give me some enemies I can kill. For just a minute. Just dodge what you can, man. Dodge what you can and use fresh meat to your best effect. Fresh meat has saved our entire run, by the way. If you ever doubted fresh meat and you played this game before, stop doubting it. It's probably one of the better common items in the game, I think. Where you want to be. Oh, I'm super dead. Yeah. We tried. Okay, we tried. That was a 10-minute run. Let's try that again. That was terrible. This is why Challenge of the Mountain's tough. We didn't have a good enough run to do that. I don't know why I felt like we did. But like 3 golems in a wide open field like that is kind of brutal. One thing that would have actually helped us there was having a potential just a healing drone of any kind. Would have been good. Okay, so now we got lots of items right nearby with lots of choices. This is great, but now I need some actual, like, enemies to shoot. And the danger here is that we feel tempted and succumb to the need to farm. Risk of Rain does not like it when you farm. It does not like it when you farm. Is that simple. Also, I'm beginning to wonder whether or not Tactical Dive is my favorite way to roll this guy, but, like, fine, whatever. Yeah, give me the energy drink. Because the extra movement speed here is actually helpful for maneuvering around a map that is quite large, which all of them are up until you start getting all the movement speed you need to make every level a little bit trivial to cross. Which for most characters, takes time to have happen. Okay, where's the stompy stomp sounds coming from? Oh, there they are. Right, we don't have the double tap like we did last game? Okay, you gotta remember, last run is not this run. Okay, we're 1 minute in. We want to be hitting that teleporter no later than the 2.5 minute mark, roughly. That's a general guideline. Now, why all the chests had to be near the beginning, I'll never know. But, you give me a... Oh, I tried to go for the fresh meat, instead we got a second energy drink. Don't get me wrong, energy drinks are fine. They're great for maneuvering around a level, like I said before. But I'm a little bit peeved because I really wanted the heal, and now we don't have it, and now I'm a little bit worried. Misclicks, man. They happen. Not just the Northern Line. Now, there is a bonus here, in that when we shift, we actually go flying in the direction we choose right now, which is, you know, pretty sweet. There's nothing up here. Wow, we've wasted our time up here. That's fine. Okay, bounce down here. Use this quickly to just break our fall. Hit the chest. It's a green, but it's infusion. We still wanted a damage item, and we still don't have one, really. We don't even have, like, we don't have any, like, proper combat items. It's the big problem right now. In short, our run's being real mean. It's being extremely, like, demanding, I guess is a better way of putting it. You know, your run's demanding when it's like, hey, you need to be good to win this thing, and I'm just sitting here like, oh, I'm not good at this game. Why do you do this to me? If I remember correctly, all the good chests are back a little bit. And you know what? Because of the fact that we are without any damage items, I will risk this. This is at a cost. Time is a resource, and we are overspending it right now. We are putting ourselves into a time debt of sorts, which is going to cause us issues. But Just gonna check back there. There is a chest. See what I mean? Like, beginner area, lots of chests. Right near the front of it. It is a little bit much. Okay, so repulsor plating actually does do something at least for us against the vast majority of these little guys. We could pick up this healing drone. You know what? Early game, highly tempting. I'll do it. I'll even wait a second longer to pick up this chest here. Oh. I heard a snake. I heard a lizard. Thank you. And it was worth it. Okay, now let's get the heck out of here. Well, killing people on the way if we can, I guess. Because infusion is worth something. Every time that we kill somebody with the green item we picked up called infusion, we get some heals back, so it's usually worth, like, killing a couple of things on the way. Also, experience is a thing, so... Level 3. At least for high level. Oh, hold on. We get a second healing drone? I'll take it. I'll take it. Now we're fairly tanky and hard to kill. This is nice. Or, in theory, we're hard to kill. We are going to donate to the Nude Altar, though, as we do have the ability to potentially trade for something better. So, let's go ahead and see what this has for us. Oh, not this time, dude. So the thing with this boy is if you get up right up close to him, and there's only one of him, he's the world's easiest boss fight. He's like an undefended rook in chess. You just kind of mince him. And the goal is to do just that, and to continue to dodge his fist wherever you can. Healing drones? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, by killing him that early, and getting a second infusion, at least we're going to be extremely tanky, so that's good. But now our focus is on, can we kill the definingly damaging and dangerous enemies fast enough to actually make it worth our time to, like, you know, live through this run? The answer is going to be yes. I have actual faith in myself. It's not often I say that, but I do say that on occasion, and when I do, I try to mean it. Wisps get priority a large portion of the time. Beetles do not. Lemurians get second priority here, and if you see golems, you give them your full attention. For like a second or two. Wisps are still the most dangerous thing in the early game, because they have instant hit. Like, they practically have hit scan weaponry, and they do actually hurt. In the first game, the wisps were like fodder. They did nothing at all. In this game, you got beetles to do that instead. Pew, 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 pew. Run's good. The run's fine. Had we not had Phase Blast, this would be a lot tougher. Kill him. It's a little extra experience. Why not? Okay. Enter the blue portal. That took longer than I wanted. By about a full 90 seconds. So, you'd make do with what you got, but, like, yikes. Alright, so, what we did by donating a lunar coin, which is our little purple resource in the upper left, to the Nude Altar, was, we got access to the interdimensional shop. Now, if you're brand new to this, there's going to be a person here you can unlock, if you have enough stuff, and that's a very tempting item. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine, I'm very happy about that. Let's see, what else do I want then? Do I go for Shape Glass early? Screw it, let's get wild. Let's get wild. Alright, and then at the shop you can go ahead and purchase items of various quality by trading up garbage items that you don't want, or like uncommon items into rare items and that kind of stuff. You can effectively trade up a variety of lower tiered items to a higher tiered item, or pick up lunar items. Lunar items are all items that have a yes, but mechanic. So yes, you deal a bunch of extra damage, but bad stuff happens to you. Having 2 healing drones is going to upset the balance of the shaped glass we just picked up. Jellyfish, huh? It's going to upset the balance of that just by a touch because, you know, our incredibly low HP is going to be buoyed by the fact that we have an incredibly high amount of damage and a good amount of healing on top of that. But it's no guarantee. So, yeah, we're going to want to make sure that we play very, very safe from here on out. And by safe, I mean aggressive. That's one of the things I like about this game, is that the more aggressive you are, usually the safer you are. Especially when you have a high damage run like this. Okay, a 3D printer? Absolutely not. 3D printers, you trade one item for one item that it shows on the screen, effectively. Cute, but comes to the downside that, you know, getting rid of a random item. And it usually always seems to take the item you don't want to leave behind. Which is like super frustrating, but it is what it is. Blast him. Okay. I would like the random item, please. The other items do not interest me nearly as much. Excuse me, you're not dead? $69? Nice. Okay, Focus Crystal immediately makes our run, like, a great deal more powerful, because now when we're close up to people, which we usually are thanks to wanting to be up close with our shotgun here, yeah, we now hit a little bit harder, and that's just money. Okay, blast them. Keep on running. Now, one of the tips, there's like 2 tips to finding the end teleporter. The teleporter that you need to use to get out of the run, or the level, sorry. The first tip is look for the red sparks. You'll see red sparks flying up in the distance. They are probably harder to see on lower graphic resolutions, so whoopsie daisy, but like, it is what it is. They do try to make them a little bit more visible on lower graphics resolutions wherever possible, so yeah, good ups to the people there. But the second thing you want to keep in mind is that they are going to be near the opposite side of the level in some way, shape, or form, so keep that in mind. Okay, and as you can see, we are absolutely thrashing this boss. Now, what we need to do is just keep our eye on her so that way she doesn't do her big spit attack, and if she does do her big spit attack, then, you know, be ready for it. Okay, we have a Guardian now. We have a Big Beetle friend. Big Beetle friend is kind of terrible, sadly, for us, and is going to likely to determine that we are going to the, we're not going to loop this run. This is not a looping run, is my immediate feeling, based off of the fact that we're picking this up as our second boss item. And then Infusion is the second. Now, there are ways that could absolutely still work in our favor. We could still loop. It depends on what items we pick up later. Obviously, you know, items make a big difference. And your item choices make a huge difference. Like, bad item choices tend to end up with you having a bad day. There we go. Get out. Get shoot. What are you all doing alive? Get out of here. That was sick. Credit where credit's due. Tactical Slide has cool moments. Ooh, Lunar Coin, thank you. They have a chance. Lunar Coins have a chance to drop off of every enemy, like random, low chance, I think. Just they'll show up. They'll show up, and when they do, pick them up. End of story. Don't try to like. If you need to farm for them. There are ways to do that, but like, the best way to do it is just play the game, dude. Okay, we're gonna get out of here extremely safely. Do I want to stay around and pick up some chests? No. Get me out of here. We got out of here before the 10-minute mark. Pretty much perfect. Between 9 and 10 minutes is a very safe and balanced place to be leaving the level. If you can somehow comfortably leave a level before, like, leave that level before the 8-minute mark, like, your run must be god tier. Leave my dude alone. Okay, so every imp is worth a lot of money. I keep forgetting that. They might be small, but, you know, imps are dangerous enough that they warrant a decent reward, apparently, for killing them. And Beetle Guard's doing fine. We're going to call him Beetle Bailey today, because I'm up for old-fashioned, incredibly out-of-touch comics. Now, if no one's actually heard of Beetle Bailey, when I was a kid, my grandma used to actually clip newspaper comics for me and like send them, which was like super sweet of her. And one of the big things that made that, you know, fun at the time was like, I really like, please leave my friend alone. Thank you. Wow, this Beetle Guard's doing his job. Gotta give credit where credit's due. We tempt it. We're gonna risk it. Somebody heal me. Drones, come to me, please. Use your healing beams on my frail form. Thank you. And as a result of that, I actually grew up with, like, a decent knowledge of really, like, the really, like, old comics. It's like, Peanuts was a modern-day occurrence for me when I was a kid, despite the fact that it was a comic like probably a good decade or 5 years before my time when it was popular. Okay, we're gonna move on. Boink. Oh, here we go. As a result of that, I have a very strange and peculiar relationship with comics. Hand me this thing. I'm absolutely going to trade one of these for gas. Okay, goodbye fireworks. It was fun knowing you while it lasted, but I definitely want the gas over anything else. A little bit of AoE goes a long way. And a little bit of regen also goes a long way, so take that. And we got a big chest here, which is $208! You there. Like, could any of you dum-dums... Thank you. I have to snipe you from a distance using dual handguns. Okay. Run's changing for the better now. The ATG missile launcher that we just picked up just does a bucket of damage. It's super, super good. Okay, again, Wisps get immediate priority because Wisps do a lot of immediate damage, which is scary. Especially when you have low HP totals like we do. Anyway, suffice to say, I've got a really weird knowledge of comic books, or like newspaper comics from when I was a kid, and I wouldn't say that that's a good thing, but it certainly is a unique thing, right? It's something that not everybody's got under the belt. I'm okay with that, even if it is super, super old. Okay, Bungus is not what I wanted. Not that Bungus is a bad item; it's just usually terrible. It's got its uses. It's just very not the item I was looking for. Okay. I'm beginning to miss those energy drinks now. Leave my drone alone, please. I'm currently spending a little bit of extra time putting myself back into like a time debt in order to try to see what I can do about... Oh, lunar coin. I'm gonna grab it. Boink. We're putting ourselves into a time debt here to see if there's any more chests up here. And sadly, we gambled and lost a little bit. Okay, we gambled and lost a lot. There's nothing up here for us. Alright, let's hit it. Sad, but that's the way that the cookie crumbles sometimes. Alright, let's see if we just die instantaneously. Not instantaneously, but pretty damn close. And you just have to, like, be up there, huh? This guy hits this once first. So sadly, we're going to have to actually spend some real time. Nope, that did not work according to plan. We're going to have to spend some real time flying up these stairs so that we can actually get to the boss and then potentially just die instantaneously because we have no form of cover up here. It is a very bad place for for this boss right now to be. Exhibit A. Please die faster. That's all I ask. You need to die so much faster. Thank you. Now we got lucky. Everything worked out our way. Oh, there we go. And we got a really good item for it. Sweet. Every time we get a crit hit, which is now 5% more likely, we heal a little bit. Sweet. Considering that we have such a tiny amount of HP, every little bit of heal we get is a boon, a blessing. Absolutely not allowed to live any longer than you have. Alright, and Run is currently kicking. Run is currently kicking it, which is nice. The shaped glass is absolutely carrying us for now, but it will become our doom. It always does. It is one of those items that early on is like, oh, double damage. I can dodge most damage early game. It's fine. Later on, that the half HP that you have as a result of having picked up shaped glass, i.e., you know, you're half as survivable, literally, as you possibly could be, and every HP upgrade you pick up from there on in is half as effective. Yeah, it causes problems. It causes some real life issues. Issues. I'd ask how that dude was still alive, but like he was. Okay, 91%. We're still doing okay. This is a very comfortable boss run now that we killed the Grove Tender where we did. But here's where things change. Level 4 is where the game gets real, and we're out of here at about a minute later than I like to be. Like I said, I put ourselves into a time debt, but I think it was worth it. Our run is quite good now. But this is where things get real. So Siren's Call is one of 3 levels you can end up here. There's a variety of different levels you can end up at every stage, but Siren's Call is this one's. And there's a magma worm! Why? Hold on, I need to sneeze. Oh, this is not good. Ah! Okay. Ah! Okay, resume. Okay, so Magma Worm is a problem, because he's just got mobility on us. We can't really cheese him. We just have to be good. And he's not a big problem. Like, normally, he's like, oh, you're not actually all that damaging. What's so scary about you? But, like, we have shaped glass. We are extremely frail. I'm not sure if you've noticed. And that means if that dude comes up from underneath us while we're not looking and just absolutely murks us, we're in trouble. Like that. Like exactly like what just happened right there. Owie. This is going to hurt my legs. Called it. Okay, and by killing that bird, we're in a much better spot. Ah! Almost dead. Come on, where is he? Okay, with him dead, we're finally in a decent spot to be able to call the run in a good way. We have a ton of money now, with which to blitz around the level and just pick stuff up, which is exactly what we want. Preferably a variety of good items would be good. Okay, boss damage bullets is good. It's fine at the very least. Pick that up. Pick up one of these just money crates. No, we don't want to spend money on that. You're dead. Pick that up. That bleed will not be enough to kill him. He's dead now. Now, what I really want are some of the, like, crux items for a good run. We don't have very many of them, actually. We have got a lot of good utility items surrounding a good run. We do not have the things that I normally consider to be like, okay, this is a step, like step one towards having a good time. Neither is that drone, to be honest. But hey, you know what? A missile drone that also distracts from me being shot is is fine for $400. It's not like I have an abundance of money or anything. Okay, we're gonna just run down here quickly, see if there's any chests, and there is one. Poink. Okay, that did not work according to plan. I thought that would do a more vertical jump. I'm still getting used to this double jump mechanic that this ability gives me. Great Googly Moogly, it's a personal shield generator. I'm not thrilled about this. It is fine. It just doesn't do that much while we got shaped glass. It'll keep us alive in a pinch. Okay, more fresh meats. Fine. Again, not exactly game-changing for us, but it's something. Okay, there's an item we want. That's one of the items I'm like, okay, this can change a run. So long as we start picking up some more critical hit abilities, we should be... Oh, God, no. We should be okay. Okay, so killing those boys gave me enough money that we can probably open up here. And you're giving me an ATG missile launcher? I'm taking an ATG missile launcher. That is one of the core items we've got, for sure. Why is ATG missile launcher so good? Well, every time you have a chance to hit somebody, and the missile will come out. Like, every time you hit somebody, boom, there's a chance the missile comes out. If the missile comes out, the missile does... I think it's 400% of the damage that you dealt. So if you shoot a shot and does 100 damage, the missile comes out and does 400 damage. And then that increases straight up linearly. So every time you pick up a missile, right? So right now we've got 2. That missile now does 800% damage. I think it's that, but it's along those lines. It's really quite powerful. It's either 400 or 300. It might actually be 300. Either way, it's a lot of damage, and that effectively means that our DPS increases by a bunch. to put it lightly, we are in a good spot to go ahead and call this a good place to run the boss fight right now. So let's give it a whirl. There's about to be a whole lot of baddies right now, though, so be careful. And it's magma worms. Okay, we can handle one little baby magma worm like we did earlier on. Remember? Use the space given. You do not have to stay in the circle. It's just recommended if you can. Also, ow, my face. Also, yeah, we got the tooth. Okay. Now, no more of that painful nonsense, please. Our beetle guard's about to die, and like, who cares, kinda, sadly? You might think, oh no, beetle guard, what if he dies? Isn't that the end of the item? No, thankfully he does respawn. But it's just like, at a certain point, he does damage, but like, he just ends up not being helpful. You need to die, thank you. Leave my friends alone. Sure, I'll repair a missile drone. Doesn't really bother me that much. And runs perfect. Look, this is how Risk of Rain looks like when it's about mid-game. Okay? We're out of the early game now. We hopefully have a build that's, like, actually kicking. And if it is indeed kicking, then you're in a good spot. So, what we're going to do before we leave this level, which, again, we're spending time doing this, and time is a resource, and yes, it's putting us into some form of time debt, we're going to start looking for a couple more of those eggs we found earlier on. Now, you might have been noticing there's been, like, some egg nests that we've been shooting on the ground. They look like just a pile of, like, big ostrich eggs, effectively. They are important because if you can manage to kill enough of them, you get access to a secret boss, and that's always a fun time. Specifically, the secret boss in this case is tough, but if you can beat him, he does give you a legendary item right out of the gate, or at least a big red rare item, and that's usually worth your time. Okay, what do you got for me? Spinel tonic. You know, we don't have to use it. We don't have to use it. Sadly, I do not see any more immediate eggs, which is a shame, because I'd like to fight this boss now, if at all possible. Oh, there's an egg. Poink. You're a distant warning. One more. Oh, there it is. Poink. Alright. Hello, Alloy Worship Unit. Now, the problem with this boss, really, is that it comes with these little orb dudes you need to kill. And if you don't kill them, you're going to have a very bad time. They slow you down. They hurt a lot. Given time. And killing them is temporary. He just comes up with more of them eventually. Oh yeah, look at the floor. Whoo, a little close. Now we're in phase 2 already, so that's good news. Our run's really good if we're in phase 2 already. Oh shit, look at my HP, dude. Oh, we are toast. We are super toast. Yep, okay, we got caught in a bad spot and the big circle killed us. If you can kill that boss, he drops a really big item. It's usually worth it. We got murdered. Look, next episode, we're gonna play Huntress. I've got a love for Huntress, so hopefully we can do something. I'll see you folks then. Bye for now.